And it goes a little something like this because I have the championship here. Watch after the New Japan pay per view. I'm coming for you, twin.
Okay.
Congratulations on getting married yesterday. But remember, it's you versus me in the simulation, so I'm coming for the title. I'm coming to represent. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, your soon to be two-time Ramblemania heavyweight champion of the world, Katie Kaboom. And I'm here because the life's got everything fucked up, so I podcast with my friends to spend time with them. Who I got with me today?
This is the one and only Madman Hitter, aka H Man, representing with the real World Championship, the Winged Eagle Championship, obviously won by such greats like, even though he's persona non grata right now, Hulk Hogan, the legendary Nature Boy, woo, Ric Flair, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the excellence of execution, the Hitman Bret Hart, and before he decommissioned the championship, the one and only Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's great to be aboard here. Always a pleasure, sis.
So it's now 2023. It's day one.
Yes, it is. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy years of new. Oh snap! Where'd you go?
I'm here. I just had
Oh,
to put the championship away. It's a prized possession. Had to put it
oh,
away.
oh, you just didn't want to have the gold.
Nah, I didn't want to wear it too much. I won't be too much of a mark.
But wrestling has been very interesting.
It has.
The storylines have started changing. We've had vacancies in titles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The rise of OnlyFans. Uh, and even in the wrestling news, we see a possibility of John Cena versus Logan Paul.
Um, WWE. Man, WWE's.
So
Yeah.
while we will be talking about the main event of tonight's SmackDown, Kevin
Mm.
Owens versus John Cena versus Kevin Owens and John Cena versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. We have a
Mm-hmm.
possible spoiler as per PWMania.com that WWE is considering granting a significant request for Logan Paul. Paul
Oh,
reported
really?
it was a request, my friend. Paul reportedly scheduled to face John Cena at WrestleMania 39 in April. Paul vs. Cena is expected to take place on the grandest stage of them all, live from SoFi Stadium in Hollywood. Barring injuries or other incidents, there's no word yet on how WWE plans to set up the match. Midway through November, Paul revealed on the Impulsive podcast that he texted WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H about the possibility of facing John Cena at WrestleMania 39.
Didn't he tear his ACL in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he could heal by then.
No, but an ACL injury is an ACL injury. That takes about 7 to 9 months to heal from.
But how many months has it been so far?
In Saudi Arabia, it's only been two. Remember, they went in November,
Okay, so mm,
maybe late October, early November, and they had Survivor Series, which is War Games. So, so you have what? December, January, February, March, April. That's five. So unless he was straight up capping about tearing his ACL.
or he might pull a Rey Mysterio and just not fucking care about what happens and just fight off contract and fight against medical recommendation. Fucking Cody Rhodes did that.
No,
You
that's crazy because you have no
so
stability in your knee if you tear your ACL. You've got to have the surgery to have it repaired. You got to take a ligament from either a cadaver or whatever, and then fix that baby, and then rehab like hell. And then you got to get in ring shape. The last time we saw Logan Paul, he was doing great against Roman. He had a really good match according to his standards. You know what I mean? Like that's weird. So unless he's storyline injured, that's the only explanation that I would have. That he'd be storyline injured, and then to step away from WWE for a while, and then get ready for allegedly John Cena at WrestleMania. But I don't know. And then he has to go back. Doesn't he have a beef with the Miz that hasn't been resolved yet?
Yeah, but where's the Miz been lately?
The Miz is trying to get other guys, into the spotlight. Like first of all, what happened to Tommaso Ciampa? Wasn't he injured or something? That's because Miz and Ciampa were supposed to be a team, a tandem, and then Ciampa goes away, I guess, according to injury, and then now we have the former Jonah, now Bronson Reed again from New Japan Pro Wrestling, who's back with the company, and he's Miz's sidekick again. So Miz has like 20,000 sidekicks apparently.
So
And
as per Bleacher Report, he underwent surgery for a hip injury, and he would expect Champa,
oh, oh, probably towards labor.
and then he wasn't expected to come back for the rest of 2022.
Okay, okay, okay. So Ciampa was legit injured. Okay, so expect him in the Rumble.
I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think this
Who do
Rumble is
you,
gonna be much more exciting. Much more exciting.
like? We know Matt Cardona confirmed he's coming to the Rumble, or he's adding to the speculation he's coming to the Rumble, trying to pull the Mike and Maria Kanellis type of thing.
Okay, Zack Ryder. Okay, Ryder. Imagine Zack Ryder back for like a Rumble appearance. That'd be pretty cool.
LA Knight already confirmed he's gonna be at Rumble fighting.
Oh yeah, against Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So who else?
Um,
Ricochet, I believe.
I think. Oh, did speaking of Ricochet, did you see Ricochet hit Gunther with the chair?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that when we talk about the episode.
Ooh, boy, he caught him flush. He caught that man flush with the chair. They had to cover his head with a towel. One of the videos I saw.
I
Ooh,
mean,
child.
they did say it was a legitimate injury. As per NoDQ.com, as seen on December 30th, 2022 edition of SmackDown, Ricochet saved Braun Strowman from an attack by Imperium. As it turns out, Gunther was legitimately hurt during the segment when Ricochet swung the chair over the top rope by Gunther. He apparently struck him in the head by accident. His head got busted open by the chair, shot it, and the towel was put over his head to help him get to the backstage area. Yeah.
Saying that rematch is coming. I think they're trying to set up Strowman versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at the Rumble, which should be hard hitting, which should be physical, which is playing into Gunther's style. I'm still trying to get used to saying Gunther instead of Walter. But yeah, we'll see. I think Ricochet has a receipt coming down the road.
Trevor, man.
Oh, Trevor. Well, Trevor better get ready because his chest is about to turn into silly putty.
That's what I called him. Yo, first of all, I would have thought he had a better name than Trevor, but that was just me.
Listen, leave the man alone. He's winning in life, okay?
Mm,
He's finally out of the doghouse. He's got a hot girlfriend. She's an amazing announcer, by the way. Shout out to Samantha Urban. Like she elevates people during the entrances. She's dope. The man's winning in life. He just came off an amazing match against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship a couple of weeks ago. So he's doing his thing. He's good. Hopefully he doesn't get too much heat for this chair shot. I think they'll let bygones be bygones and then move on to better business.
I am excited though to see Top Dollar versus Ricochet.
Ah, yes. You're talking about that segment on SmackDown Everybody was clowning him, and rightfully so, because he has no business doing that as a big man.
Mr. Hemfolk, are you ready?
I'm ready.
In the name of Bob Marley, the Ramblemania God, the people in the Raw Zone attendance, we do declare this another episode of What's SmackDown on SmackDown. Let's ramble in the Raw Zone.
Let's
Ding,
do
ding,
it.
ding,
Woo,
ding.
woo, woo, woo.
So, according to Spoiler TV, because the official results are still not out yet, and TJ could edit it in the bio if he really wants to. This week's SmackDown drew an average of 2.44 million viewers overnight, up from a 2.21 million viewers the previous week. SmackDown maintained its .50 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. So we here in Tampa. Some shit
Oh,
popped off. A little vignette playing of what Bray Wyatt did last week, live in the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. Um, you got Bray Wyatt in the middle of the ring talking about how he don't regret much of the horrible things he did, but he regret what he did to the cameraman because cameraman didn't do nothing but do his cameraman things in the cameraman way. And then, yeah, man, the man himself, LA Knight, yeah, what,
yeah.
yeah.
Let me talk to you.
I'm gonna talk to you here, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dummy.
You a loser and a fraud. And then he told him, I'm gonna do one thing to you, man. At the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Wyatt, in pure Wyatt form, said, you fucking little idiot.
I don't think he said that, but okay.
I have to really remind you because you know I have the power. I could, Bray Wyatt brought. You remember that time Mom went and said, and like the many times I would mess up, right? Him like, I brought you into this world, so I damn sure could take you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been a dummy. Yeah,
Yeah.
many times, and mother dearest, mother hitter had to remind me
So
who the original gangster really was.
now Bray Wyatt is trying to not show who his inner gangster is to LA Knight, but don't push me, bro. Essentially, don't push me.
That sounds like an old 50 song. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. I got
Wyatt,
something for you.
don't push me. Many, many men.
Listen, for those get rich or dying fans out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm finally this storyline's turning a corner.
He,
Finally.
he accepts the challenge. He tosses the mic to LA's chest, only for the creepy ass Uncle Howdy to appear and make his way. Then he stood next to Bray Wyatt and fucked him up with Sister Abigail before leaving the ring. Many people say that Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas.
Mm. What do you say?
I wouldn't put it past them, but I want something different.
Okay. What are you trying to who would you like to be, Uncle Howdy?
Well, Eric Rowan came back to SmackDown yet or no? Like to WWE?
No, he's just feeding fire into speculation. Um, Apparently Bray has 1000% control over the storyline, and it's slow burning as heck. It's harkening back to what you call it, the days of the '80s and early '90s with storylines. Some people are patient, some people are impatient with the storyline. I'm finally happy that LA Knight and Bray Wyatt are finally having a match at the Royal Rumble, so we'll see how that goes. I know Bray Wyatt isn't the greatest of technicians. Even though he's an amazing storyteller outside of the ring. LA Knight, he's very athletic. If you've seen
Yeah,
his matches, Yeah,
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 yummy. If you
yeah.
seen if you've seen his matches as Eli Drake in the NWA and TNA, or the former TNA, not Impact Wrestling, you'll see how athletic he is. NXT, he had a couple of nice matches as well. Um, he's one of the few guys I believe would thrive in the Attitude Era. Um, because of his mic work alone, he stands out. And finally, we see an interesting storyline. And Uncle Howdy attacking Bray was unexpected. These people on their toes. These people confused. Um, he's still the baby face in this storyline, even though he's doing the heelish tendencies, which I find funny. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. This is the feud we all kind of needed at this point.
I
In
just
terms
love
of,
that they're two larger than life personalities clashing with each other.
yeah, but that's wrestling. That's
Oh.
why we're fans.
No, because there's a lot of so-called larger than life personalities, and you can go with not watching their matches.
That's very true. That's very true, sis. Very true. But this one, even though it's very slow burning, um, it does leave a little intrigue, and the fans want to cheer Bray. They're pulling for Bray, and it's more so they felt disrespected, like he felt disrespected by the way previous management, aka Vince, treated him on his way out. So they want him to succeed. They're rooting for him. Now it's up to Bray to make the storyline interesting and to keep the fans engaged, because the it's the catch 22, right? It's like they're in there, they're engaged, but will they stay engaged in this day and age, right? Where people don't want to wait too long to be satisfied, if it makes any sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yummy.
I fucking love LA Knight. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. I want to see him versus Gunter for the IC title. That's just me.
Who else could you see LA Knight go up against?
Um, it has to be someone who needs the rub, right? Because they can't hold their own. Santos Escobar.
Yeah, because that match he did with Ricochet was very good, and then they're gonna fade him into the background and have him with that storyline with Alina.
Listen, Santos Escobar, man. If they really want to strap the rocket to him, they could. Um, who else? I actually got goosebumps off of that. Him versus Ricochet, LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes,
Let's see when he's coming back.
LA Knight versus you could put him against anyone, and he
LA Knight
can.
versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that would be good. From a 'cause Seth Rollins is at his point where Randy Orton was in 2010, where he can do nothing wrong because the crowd is just with him regardless. I don't know if you remember Randy Orton in 2010. Like, it didn't matter what he did, they cheered him regardless. And this is where Seth Rollins is. And this is where I have reservations for Cody coming back, because Seth kind of took his spot, if you understand what I mean, because of the injury. So now, when he comes back, are they going to resume feuding? Will Seth Rollins still be that dastardly guy that who gets cheered regardless? That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. This rumble, I'm excited for this rumble.
We're backstage now. Sami Zayn is trying to get into the locker room, met with Paul Heyman outside of it to discuss strategy. Heyman put over Sami's words from last week, but said Roman wasn't a fan of the crowd chanting his name. Sami questioned it, but Heyman said that Roman didn't need to outwardly say for him to know. So
Mm,
here, do you remember when we first started talking about it? How eventually they're gonna turn on him. Here,
yeah,
here we go. We're planting the little seeds.
yeah. Mm, it's
Where's
coming.
where's your bloodline now?
It's coming. But remember, the bloodline is about who? Roman. Who's getting all the love?
Sammy.
Sami. Who's getting all the catchphrases? Sami. It's not a good look.
I
You
mean, but
don't,
it's his fault when he puts Sammy on a pedestal above his own family.
he didn't put him on a pedestal above his own family. He wanted to remind his family who the man was. Remember, he's a Godfather mob boss mentality. It's Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. He's the ace of the family. It's all about Roman. Has to be about Roman. He has to manipulate people to get things to go. That's his mindset, by the way. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I personally believe that the match between Roman and Sami is going to be so amazing for the Undisputed Championship. Should it go that route?
If they ever do, I feel like somehow they're gonna in WWE fashion. I'm gonna get disappointed. Sammy's gonna lay back and let the tribal chief pin him.
No, 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 no. We've been emotionally invested in this storyline for months. We're talking months on end. A good 6 months since people started accepting Sammy being a part of the bloodline. Sammy is the honorary. He's not even honorary Uso anymore. He's Sammy Uso. He's Sammy Uso. And he even turned his back on his best friend in War Games. So now he feels a part of the bloodline. And now he's being checked by the special counsel to not overshadow the tribal chief. To remember his place, pretty much. Stay in your lane.
It's like when Mello
So we'll see
Pivot.
how that goes.
See, it's like when the dog pees and marks his territory.
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that. It's more so the alpha male of the pack reminding you that he's the alpha male of the pack. And you can show up. Remember a couple of months ago when Jay said, I don't care what, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief wants or thinks."
Oh my god, the meme
And
reactions.
that close up, the Roman's face. So yeah, so this is Sammy's Jay Uso moment.
Mm-mm.
And it's just a warning. Just a warning. Listen, like, we like you. You've been accepted. Stop trying so hard now. That Roman shine. Fall in the background. That was the warning. It was a subtle warning, but very profound. But oh man, when it eventually all comes to a head, people are gonna be so invested. It's gonna be good TV.
Continuing with the bloodline, but still a filler match, we have Sheamus versus Solo Sikoa. Um,
Street
my
champ.
man Solo. They gotta stop using him as a filler match and really, I like once this storyline with Sammy's over, I want to see what they really do with him.
Or Solo.
Yeah,
He's still gonna be the enforcer. He'll be at WrestleMania. His spot is secured until then. He's the street champ, enforcer, Umaga 2.0 type character. Um, Kind of wish he was taller, but they're still working on their way around that. And overall, the reaction to him has been pretty positive because he looks like he can mess someone up for real, for real.
but he can.
Yeah. So people take him seriously, which is good. And he plays his role well. He's the silent but deadly enforcer. So you can't mess that up. As a character, you cannot mess that up. So Solo's good. And his style is physical. It reminds me of Umaga, that physical in your face style. He's even got a nice finisher. It's simple. He knows his work. He knows his way around a ring. So yeah, man, Solo's good. He's solid.
So Sheamus tried to knock Sikoa down with a shoulder tackle but refused to fail. They treated a few shoulder tackles before Sikoa clocked Sheamus with a right hand and a clothesline. Sheamus kicked Sikoa away and clotheslined him over the ropes, making him grab a chair out of anger when SmackDown went to the commercials. Coming back from the break, Sikoa trapped Sheamus into a headlock, offering a hip attack during the commercial break. Sheamus managed to break the hold, only for Sikoa to plant him down with a Samoan drop. Sikoa prepared for another hip attack, but Sheamus blasted him with a running lariat. Sheamus nailed Sikoa with a rising kick and a tilt-a-whirl power slam before going for the B to the Broadhand. Sikoa blocked a Broad kick with a thrust kick, and Sheamus immediately responded with a pump knee. Sheamus trapped Sikoa in with the cloverleaf, but Jimmy helped him reach the ropes. He had the referee's back, of course. Starting a brawl between the Usos and the Brutes. The Usos took care of Butch and Ridge Holland, only for Sheamus to knock them down with driving clothesline. Sikoa pulled Sheamus into the post and smashed him with with the uranagi on the apron before finishing him with a Samoan spike.
Are you okay? You
Yeah,
okay, sir?
I got tongue tied.
I see.
Uranagi, uranagi.
Uranagi, Uranagi.
Er, er.
I'm gonna get cursed out later. That's okay. Okay. Ah,
I love you.
I love you too.
But after the match, though, when Solo prepared to fucking come at Sheamus, Drew McIntyre made his epic return for the save, clotheslining Sikoa over the ropes and cracking Jimmy with a claymore. And the crowd goes wild. Ah! But we are getting to the good part of SmackDown, in my opinion.
Yes,
Because
we are.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, I didn't expect none of that shit to happen.
Oh,
That
really?
that was amazing though. So as we walk in, out of everyone getting Claymored, there's a recap of Ronda and Shayna's path of destruction over the
Mm.
last month. Um, Leading up to the match, Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel stopped Ronda's attempt to take her down arm by arm.
Can I stop you real quick? Can
Go for
can we can we please give Sheamus his flowers as a performer in
yes,
2021? He's been killing.
2020.
As a matter of fact, since the pandemic started, like if you're really being objective in terms of in-ring work, like since working with Big E to now, Sheamus has been consistent and solid.
Yeah.
So give him his flowers. And I personally believe he had the best match at Clash of the Castle against Gunther. I knew it was going to be great
Oh
because
yeah.
of the shot. Like that match, you can watch that match over and over and over. It's like Walter versus Ilya Dragunov for NXT UK. You can watch their matches over and over again because Gunther is that dude where you can get physical with him and he can tell a story with that style. Sheamus is smash mouth. You knew it was going to be a banger, and he has been consistent. Shout out to Sheamus. Um, he's gotten a career resurgence with the Brawling Brutes. I can now. I'm doing it now with the
You
Brawling
broody.
Brutes.
You broody.
I'm Broody. With
Broody.
Pete, with the former Pete Dunne, Butch, and what's his name? I keep forgetting. I call him Luke Menzies. I call him his real name.
Rich.
Uh, Rich Holland. There we go. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the Brawling
Yeah.
Brutes. Yeah, dummy. So we'll
Them
see
damn
what
brutes. Yeah.
2020. I want to see the Brawling Brutes versus Hit Rope, a heel Hit Rope. That's the sidebar.
I feel like with everything that's been going on, they're gonna go that route.
Yeah. I want to see a Brawling Brutes versus Hit Row, like a small mini feud. See how they work that out. That'd be good. That would be real good. Or yeah, or Brawling Brutes versus Legado del Fantasma. That would be good.
Ooh.
That would be really because they work well together.
Brawling Brutes versus Judgment Day.
Ooh, buddy. Like the greatest powerlifter of all time, well, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, buddy. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. That's good storytelling.
Mm.
And you have,
And then you got
yeah, it works. It
Mommy will
works.
try to fight Sheamus.
Huh, 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 huh. No comment. No comment. I'm just picturing Sheamus like beating on Dominic Mysterio's chest and him crying out for mommy, like in the
Mommy,
middle. Mommy, mommy, it hurts.
mommy, don't let me go to jail.
He's having fun with that character, by the way. They're having a lot of fun with it.
Oh man, but we will get to that. But Ronda Rousey
Yeah.
versus Raquel Rodriguez, because this is like the fifth
Mhm.
millionth thing change she's done. Raquel stopped Ronda's attempt to take her down by the arm, only for Ronda to slap her. Raquel knocked Ronda down with a pair of shoulder tackles and a spinning power slam. Ronda
Mm.
retreated to the ringside, but Raquel dropped her onto the ropes before tossing her into the corner. Raquel missed the corner shoulder strike and hit the post as SmackDown went into an ad break. Back from the break, Ronda pressed down on Raquel's neck into the ropes with her legs. Ronda trapped Raquel's arm and leg for a submission hold until Raquel transitioned it into a pinfall. Ronda attacked Raquel with a jumping punch and an exploder for a 2 count. Raquel
Mm.
managed to lift Ronda and plant her down with a Samoan drop. You know that shit was beastly though when she did that.
Mm.
Like all of
But she's
that
strong.
power, and but her arm, her poor arm.
Listen, listen, her man is Braun Strowman. She learning something.
She really was Braun Strowman.
Yeah, they're together.
Oh snap!
Hmm.
Ah,
Another man who's winning.
man, I'm not even gonna. All the comments I was about to make right now, your parents are there. I can't. Um,
Now they're in the front. Don't worry about it.
nah,
Family thing.
I don't feel right because your mom will come and find me and kill me.
Yeah, you know that. You know that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Happy Haitian Independence Day, everybody.
I'll let them know you said that. Shout out to my Zoes. Nula,
Uh,
mes amis, nula.
Raquel managed to lift Ronda and plant her with the Samoan drop. Raquel hit Ronda with a couple of clotheslines before knocking her down with a lariat
Mm.
using the hurt arm. So they really went in on her and having the hurt arm. Like
Yeah,
they
it's called storytelling. It's
they
old
they
school wrestling.
they story told the fuck out of her like Kurt Angle wrestling with a broken fucking neck.
What you said.
Yep, what she said.
Hmm.
Ronda counted the spinning slam with the arm bar, but then she transitioned to the sharpshooter. Ronda trapped Raquel in an ankle lock, only for Raquel to take her down with a flapjack into the Tejada bomb, smashing Ronda onto the apron. The SmackDown went to a commercial break.
Mm.
We come back from the break. Raquel dropped Ronda with a vertical suplex, but grabbed the rope to break the pin. Ronda trapped Raquel in with a double wrist lock, but managed to lift Ronda and launch her away with a fallaway slam. Ronda reversed it to Hada Bomb with a sleeper hold, forcing Raquel to run into the corner to smash Ronda's head into the turnbuckle. Raquel hit Ronda with a twisting Vader bomb, but Baszler put her leg on the rope and broke the 3 count. Raquel tried to hit an avalanche to Hada Bomb, but Ronda trapped her into the armbar, making her fall and submit. And your winner, and temporarily still SmackDown champion, Ronda Rousey.
Wild, wild, wild. No, but this was probably Ronda's best match of 2022.
Two.
Not calling back to her I Quit match against Charlotte Flair when
So
she
I
won the title.
like you see some more effort from Ronda than you normally would. Less
To
less Shayna, more her.
to be fair to Ronda, WWE did put her in a bad spot by having her work with Liv. And this is not a knock against Liv Morgan for all the Liv Morgan fans out there. I'm one of them. But you do have to be careful. Ronda's a much more physical person because clearly she comes from an MMA background. And for her to understand the nuances while trying to display the physicality in the ring. It takes a while for pro wrestlers to learn that psychology and how to apply it, and to learn their opponents and to read the crowd. It takes a lot. That's why what they do is very, very special. So she had to learn that on the job and as the champion at that. She works better with bigger opponents and more physical opponents, and that's why she had a great showing here against Raquel, and vice versa. Raquel loses nothing in the loss.
She
She
made us
lost.
feel, but she made us feel for her more.
Yes. Raquel is coming off as a diesel type baby face of the women's division. That's how she's being booked. If you pay attention and know your history, and we'll see what her future holds. I don't know if she's gonna hold gold anytime soon.
No.
Maybe they're building towards Raquel Rodriguez, I should say, versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. How that will happen, time will tell. We'll see. And my bad, I'm jumping the gun. I keep jumping the gun.
So speaking of Charlotte Flair, you thought that the saga over the SmackDown Women's Champion was over. You thought wrong. After the match, the legendary music of the 13th time Women's Champion plays through the stadium in Tampa, Florida, and Charlotte Flair makes her long-awaited return after having her arm broken by Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania Backlash. And first of all, I love how Ronda came at Charlotte this time. She kind of reminded me of like a more bossed up version of a Pink Lady.
Oh,
Like hey, like hey Queen.
don't forget the remix theme.
She had her quote unquote broken arm. She got married. She lived her best life. She
Mm.
came back and she said after Ronda called her, "Hey Queenie, you know what you want to fight me for a title? Huh? Huh? What you want to wait till what WrestleMania, SummerSlam? Oh wait, it's been a while. The Royal Rumble, right? What you want to do, Queenie?" So in Charlotte form, she's like, "I want to fuck you up tonight."
Woo!
So in Flair fashion, she cracked Ronda with the big boot for an immediate near fall. Flair knocked Baylor off the fucking apron with the big boot. Ronda managed to counter a spear with the arm into a pinfall for the win. And your winner, your SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
One one
Woo!
more time. Woo!
Woo!
14 times. Woo!
14-time women's champion Charlotte Flair. What a way to end fucking 2022, huh?
Listen, when I when I read the result, I wasn't ecstatic because it's like, really? Giving her another title reign? Does she really need another title reign? She's
Yeah,
Charlotte
but the
Flair at this
way that
point.
she just took it was just beautiful.
Yes, but after watching and shout out to the crowd in Tampa, they were hot all night, mainly because of the main event. So they were geared up and they were anticipating the main event, but they were hot the entire evening, man. And Charlotte Flair coming back and winning the world title and the record 14th women's championship as a surprise
She's
against
gonna
Ronda Rousey.
she's
That
gonna
was
break she's gonna break Ric Flair's title before John
oh,
Cena.
most certainly, dear, most certainly, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be counted. And Charlotte Flair's gonna go down as the greatest women's champion of all time. WWE is gonna make sure of that. Now, this is where, and I've been thinking about this. So now, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, instead of Charlotte Flair coming back and winning the women's championship, what if we heard Sasha Banks' music hit?
See, but Sasha Banks is not going to because she's letting her contract fade out. But on top of that,
I
this trade
know,
she trademarked the boss name.
but but imagine if Sasha's music had hit. Just imagine, and shout
Give
out
me
to WWE for long term storytelling. The
give
whole
me
breaking it up.
I want Naomi.
No, no, no. The match. Just let me just pick your ear just for a little bit. So Did this make you air for a little bit? See, you're one of those people who don't realize the value in Sasha Banks. She is the Eddie Guerrero of the women's division, or was the Eddie Guerrero of the women's division. She never had a bad match. Tell me one bad match Sasha had since returning.
I think it was one of the matches with the Iconics she had.
I'm talking about since returning when she came back.
Oh no.
Thank you. She held down the women's division up until WrestleMania and even after WrestleMania when she lost the championship to Bianca. She's been holding it down. She is the Eddie Guerrero of the women's division, or was, seemingly, if her contract expired. And she's going to go over to greener pastures in Japan in her mind. Listen, Sasha never had a bad match. She made Bianca look like a star. She helped make her look like a star, I should say. They did their thing at WrestleMania in Tampa, and they had plans, or seemingly had plans, to help out the women's tag division, and she was sold a bill of goods again. And that's when she had her strike. But imagine if Sasha had come out and Sasha had won the championship with Naomi's help to neutralize Shayna Baszler. That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. Like, Sasha comes out, she challenges Ronda to a match after verbally eviscerating her, because we know Ronda ain't that good on the mic.
Yeah.
Right? Sasha just goes out, clowns her. Ronda's embarrassed, even though she's had a hard-fought match against Raquel. She's just like, nah. We're doing this right now. You're talking too much trash. Sasha and Ronda have a good back and forth match. Sasha gets the upper hand. Obviously, Ronda has been exhausted from her hard-fought match prior. Shayna tries to interfere. Naomi comes out the crowd, gets into a tussle with Shayna. Sasha takes advantage. Same roll-up. 1, 2, 3. New women's champion on SmackDown. Sasha Banks, and she's back on top. And you have an interesting storyline that can go a myriad of ways, a plethora of ways.
So
Because now
Triple H,
I'm
listen,
asking myself now, where does
Triple
Charlotte go from here?
Charlotte versus Rhea.
No. I would love that. I would love that. Personally speaking, because Rhea's got to get her get back from WrestleMania 2020. I would love that, because they had, if not, I think they had the best match of night one.
But they're already speculating that's one of the matches for 39.
But here's the thing, though. I thought Rhea would go against Bianca, because she's my pick to win the Rumble. Rhea's my pick to win the Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be Rhea and Raquel, the final two. And Rhea's going to win. Because I see that happening.
Yeah.
Right? So if we're going to get Rhea versus Bianca, are we getting Becky Lynch versus Charlotte?
Again?
At WrestleMania?
Again?
Yeah, because where does Charlotte go from here? She's the champ now. She's the standard. Always been the standard. Now what? See? What kind of book I think WWE kind of booked themselves into a corner. Maybe just one of those things where we just have to just be a fan and just sit back and just watch the ride. Enjoy the ride. What happens?
So what? You think it's just a filler championship?
Well, I mean, you have someone who's at the peak of their career right now. Athletically, physically, just there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte doesn't have a bad match. Well, she doesn't have a bad match for Charlotte. Let's be clear. She's gonna come out looking good on the other end, regardless. Who's gonna take the title from her? Let's keep it real. Who's at that point in their careers where they need the championship to be made a star, but they're capable of holding the championship outside of Ronda Rousey and outside of Shayna Baszler? Who? Ooh, Shayna versus Charlotte.
and then somehow Shayna gets the gold, and then Ronda turns on her, and then it goes to Ronda versus Shayna.
Hmm. Because I always thought that WWE was working towards a Ronda versus Shayna match.
Crisscross applesauce.
Right. But now with Charlotte back on top of the mountain on SmackDown, there seems to be a logjam. Because now who's gonna face? Are we gonna have Ronda versus Charlotte at Royal Rumble? Are we gonna do 50-50 booking again? Like how they did with Charlotte and Sasha for the Raw Women's title a few years back? They play hot potato for the championship?
Hot potato, hot
Out of
potato,
control. Out of control.
hot, hot
But yeah,
potato.
I don't know. So they definitely got the ratings up with that championship window. I ain't gonna hold you. But now it's like Charlotte is the champion again. So where are we in terms of WrestleMania?
I mean, I like that they were bringing Ronda more out, so hopefully they'll have Charlotte out more and maybe
Okay.
kind of do. I wouldn't say open opportunity, but she'll kind of blow off some steam, and someone's gonna pop up from the back and say "shut the fuck up" type shit, and then start something mini until Royal Rumble.
You know, I never thought about this. Shotzi Blackheart.
I think she would want to do something because didn't originally that first cross, double cross, heel, not heel turn, and one of the things she did was attack Charlotte or tried to go
Yeah,
for Charlotte.
yeah, but the thing is, right? Vince never saw Shotzi as a babyface. She's a babyface, point blank, period. She's too energetic. She's too frenetic. She's too bubbly. Despite the physical, I don't think Vince got past the physical appearance of Shotzi. Um, so he didn't know how to book her. So he made her a heel, even though she's a babyface. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To me, the woman who just came up from NXT, you got your Shotzi's, your Raquel's. What's the girl who just came back with the shiniest wizard? She just came back. Um, what else? Like they still need they still need some seasoning before you trust them with the championship.
So we backstage, and Roman is here talking about how Sammy had just been the talk of the town from last week, saying that he wouldn't need him had not been for how he was running his mouth last week. Um, the plot is still thickening.
Slow burn.
A little slow, a little bit, little bubbly.
Mm,
Um, we then go to a recap of little bitch Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley confronting Raid during Christmas in Abuelo's house, ending with Dominic getting arrested because he tried and then his mama tried and then Rhea got bitch slapped.
Yeah, Angie wasn't playing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm,
That was filled with, that slap was filled with picante.
super picante.
Super.
And Ray did it with the Christmas mask.
Yeah, he did. He had on a Christmas mask. Yo, shout out to Rey Mysterio. Always sauced out. He's always sauced out.
Well,
He always,
always for the occasion.
he's always dripped out. So shout out to Ray, man. He's been killing it since the 90s, man. Shout out to Ray, man. What a career. What a career. What a career, man. Oh man, we might,
And now he gets to do it with his son.
and you know what? We might have his swan song at WrestleMania. So we got to give him his flowers now.
But he still needs to fuck Dominic up.
Oh, that match is going to be amazing. They're going to tell a great story.
To what
But
point? on
but
that.
we're probably looking at the swan song of one of the greatest of all time. Ooh, speaking of greatest of all time, I know who's coming back. You think you know me? Come on, come on. You know how to throw that in there. Come on, come on. On this day, I see clearly. Come on. You want me to keep going? Everything has come to life. There a place in a broken dream, and to leave it all behind. Let me stop.
Didn't he want to retire too?
No, no. He got beat up and had to quit. Because remember, they tried to destroy his lady, fellow Hall of Famer, Beth Phoenix, and forced him to quit because he was not raising them babies by himself. No, no, sir. No, 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 no. So now he's coming back. So expect the Brew theme and all that music. Yeah, buddy. Expect Edge for Finn Balor too. I'm ready for that one.
Yeah, he needs that push. He needs that push.
Oh, Finn?
Yeah,
Finn, listen.
I need
Finn,
the demon to come back and win the championship.
not as part of the Judgment Day. Not as part of the not as part of the judge. Listen, the demon has been damaged. He shouldn't have lost that wacky way. He lost in an incredibly wacky way. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just they should just let Finn just be part of the Judgment Day, and hopefully there won't be a logjam with the championships anytime soon, and he can go for like another title, and they can just do some like rehab in terms of character. Because this is good. Judgment Day is helping out everybody in it. They needed Dominic Mysterio in Judgment Day. They needed Dominic Mysterio. It's working. It's
Yeah,
working.
it is.
It's working. It's working. Because now people actually want to boo the Judgment Day. They're not confused anymore. Because Edge isn't at the
They
helm.
know it's a heel.
Yeah. Like they needed that heel turn. My only pet peeve is the fact that they lost that Clash at the Castle. That's my only pet peeve.
Yeah,
That's
that,
my only pet peeve because it didn't make sense. The heel turn didn't make sense, and Edge and Rey Mysterio winning.
yeah,
It should have cost them the match. That would have gotten crazy heat, crazy boos, and then you did what you did. That would have been great.
yeah.
It would have made sense. But then I think that was a Vince move. But anywho,
So we're backstage. We have a bunch of tag teams that were hanging out and talking shit about Dallas Fall from a few weeks ago. So Dollar being a big baby and being in his bag, he had enough to shove Ricochet away, and it was announced that a qualifying match for the Royal Rumble will happen between Top Dollar and Ricochet for next week's SmackDown.
ooh,
After that, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight is made official for the Royal Rumble and is labeled the Pitch Black match. And
oh,
we also get the Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions.
to go back, Madcap Moss with the line of the night, flop dollar. That was funny. That
Hashtag flop dollar.
that was funny. That was funny. And then Ricochet coming around and being himself, being a jerk in real life.
Being Trevor, being a boy named Trevor.
Listen, that was hilarious. And yeah, I think it's a good change of pace. Let's see how Hit Roll, because I have a feeling Top Dollar is going to win the match. right? And cement Hit Row's like turning of the heels,
Yeah.
right? We'll see how Hit Row moves while playing with the dark side. So we'll see. We'll see because they've been kind of flat since they came back. So we'll see. We'll see. But Drew McIntyre coming back with Sheamus against the Usos, that's gonna be an interesting match. Um,
I don't think they'll get the gold.
no,
They're not gonna
no,
set up for because the bloodline already is looking bad after we discuss later. They
yeah,
wouldn't do it as another loss. They're not gonna dismantle the bloodline like that.
no.
But before we get into that, Imperium arrives into the ring with Barthel and Vinci putting over Gunther's dominant run in 2022. Say what you must about the Gunther name. He did make a name for himself, though.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But the name aside, I still believe Volta is a better name. Gunther's just for trademark and copyright purposes. Listen, man, he's an amazing throwback. Woo! Like before the weight loss, this man was menacing. He looked like he will break you in half. Personally, I don't think he should have lost the weight because it would have added to his image. But he did what was necessary to appease the former boss and get this amazing run as Intercontinental Champion. He's been champion for what now? 5 months, 6 months, or just about since beating Ricochet for it. So he's doing what he needs to do. And my goodness, man, those chops and the way he moves in the ring, my skillet. I still think this setting up Gunther versus Braun Strowman for the Rumble, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good. Um, I
The
don't
Bar-
think I don't think anybody's gonna come out on top in that match, but yeah, we'll see. That's gonna be a good like Jr. says, slobber knocker. And I don't know about this lights out match with LA Knight and Bray Wyatt.
we'll definitely see what happens during the Rumble.
Yeah,
We're here though in the middle of the ring. Vinci and Barthel are putting him over, discussing his victories over Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Ricochet, and Braun Strowman in monster fashion. Came over there and said, "I don't care who you beat, but if you're not gonna beat people, then try your luck against a monster." Strowman said, "I'm not giving you the option. This isn't a question or a request. This is a demand." He started a brawl. He threw and got rid of Vinci and Barcel. Strowman blocked the chop and knocked Gunther down with a clothesline. Gunther invaded Strowman's running shoulder tackle, launching him through a barricade. Imperium tossed Strowman into the steel steps, setting up an arm lock. Ricochet ran down to make the save, chasing Imperium away with the chair and knocking Gunther the fuck out
Woo!
with
Woo!
a bloody towel. They will, he said, "I'm gonna make you look at my beach."
Listen, they're setting up an Imperium versus Ricochet Strowman match.
And I'm with
Um, I'm with it too. I still think this is going to lead to Strowman versus Gunther at the Rumble. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm highly intrigued because this is one of those. This is one of the rare times in WWE where you could do a double counter or a double disqualification, and it hurts no one involved. It hurts absolutely no one involved. Braun Strowman is your resident monster. He can't be picking up losses like crazy. Gunther is the new talent that you're trying to establish. He can't pick up losses like that. And they can have a strong showing with a double disqualification and nobody gets hurt. So I'm good for that.
It's time for your main event.
All right, let's do it.
So it's a battle of camaraderie versus loyalty versus family here on what's SmackDown. As Kevin Owens started his career on the main roster, knocking the fuck out of John Cena with a power bomb while he was still NXT champion,
What you said.
to now going and one admitting that he did idolize John Cena at one point. Uh, he gets to work with him side by side and taking down the tribal chief and the fake Sami Uso.
The fake ooze? Really?
Uso 1.0.
Oos,
I'm he was
Oos 1.0.
he's not Usi enough today. He wasn't Usi enough in
Oos
the time.
1.0.
He was
Listen, Sammy is part of the family now. Embrace it. Embrace
I
it.
don't know for how much longer. Sami
Embrace it. Well, why you guys want to break up a good thing? Just let it rock. Just let it rock. He's part of the bloodline. Okay? He's Usi. He's very, very Usi.
no he's not. Sami started avoiding Kevin's moves before clocking him with a clothesline. Sami blocked the stunner only for Kevin to hit him with the shoulder tackle and senton. Kevin dropped Sami over the top rope before taunting him into giving Roman the tag. The crowd kept chanting for Cena until Roman was just looking at Kevin and be like, "So, are you gonna tag him? Are you gonna do it already? Like, what are we doing?" And then just knocked him out before they went to the commercial break. Coming back from the break, Sami slammed Kevin with a half and half suplex, only for him to immediately respond with a lariat. Roman pulled Cena off the apron before he could tag in, pummeling him down at ringside. Kevin caught Sami with a thrust kick to block the Haluva kick, but Cena was still knocked out. Kevin blocked Sami with a pop-up powerbomb, but Roman broke the pinfall in time. Roman tagged in only for Kevin to avoid the Superman punch and hit a thrust kick and a frog splash for near fall.
Hey.
Roman blocked the pop-up powerbomb with a Superman punch, but crashed into the post after missing a spear. Cena finally returned to the fucking apron after being knocked out like a bitch for like a good, like, if the match was like at least 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, you were knocked out for like 6 or 7, which is wild, bro. It's fucking wild how they just had you there as a chew toy, my dog. You were there like a shiny chew toy to not
Keep
really
going.
just do
Keep
much.
going. Keep going. Keep going.
Like you just sat there, bro. They overhyped you and spent so much marketing dollars, B. For what? You were just there on the side hyping the fans up like Cena, Cena. And
Listen, the crowd was hot. The crowd was hot for John. He didn't have to do much. He's reached a point in his career where he could just show up and be knocked out for 6 minutes to 7 minutes in a tag match, not do much, do his moves, and the crowd will still go crazy.
I get it. But if I'm gonna wait all day to go see fucking John Cena, give him a little more time.
Did you
Like
really expect John
I
Cena to put on a
know.
Broadway classic now
First
that
of all,
he's SAG
I
certified?
I expected a little more teasing of John Cena versus Roman, especially if they're gonna do this bullshit with John Cena versus Logan Paul. At
John,
least,
Friar John, because remember that hair is thinning up top. Friar John.
listen, man, we don't know how long that hair is gonna last either. You know, he took JBL's Rogaine for men. You know, so he just to help fix whatever he could. You know, I guess marriage didn't agree with him, but that's besides the point. Uh,
Wow. How you gonna diss the man's marriage just for his hairline? That's you cold. That's cold.
well, Cena returned to the apron to get the hot tag and knocked Sami down with the shoulder tackle and the back suplex. Cena taunted Roman in the "you can't see me" fashion,
That's right.
knocking him down the back suplex. Kevin and Cena nailed Roman and Sami with stereo five knuckle shuffle.
That's
Cena
right.
got rid of Roman with the attitude adjustment while Kevin finished Sami with the stunner. And of course, your winners were John Cena and Kevin Owens. and the show came to an end, and they're celebrating in the ring.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie though, that finisher really did it though. But at the same time, I was like, B, I come on, like don't be like you always said you didn't want to be the glorified part timer. Like, don't feed into the one thing you said you didn't want to be.
Listen, even he said this. He didn't understand until he got to Hollywood and was doing what The Rock was doing. So he is a part timer. You just have to deal with it. As a matter of fact, if Roman didn't have the world championships, he would be a part timer because he's on a part timer schedule. Because this was his first SmackDown match since what? The summer. Since he beat Riddle, right? So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He's been there week like every other week, but he hasn't wrestled. They've been protecting that championship reign, making it feel special, right? So that when he does lose the championship, which we're assuming might be at WrestleMania, right? But depending on who his Royal Rumble opponent is going to be, or the winner of the Rumble is going to be. Listen, listen. Roman's he's leveled up too. He's getting to that John Cena level as well. So we're gonna have these like questions for John Cena. Listen, he's the peacemaker. He ain't going nowhere. He's the peacemaker. He ain't going nowhere. He's doing his thing.
I
He's
need my
in
maker to
he's
come
in
out.
commercials. He's doing voiceover commercials. The John Cena theme music has been viral. It's been going everywhere. John Cena's a staple, man, in Hollywood now. We just got to deal with it. And
Yeah.
the fact that he came back and nobody said John Cena sucks, but we're cheering him, lets you know what does Jim Cornette always say? How can we miss you if you don't go away? So we missed him, and he came back, and the ratings went through the roof. Like you said, 2.4 for a million people tuned in to watch John Cena on Friday night. So yeah, man. And on top of it, the crowd went home happy to end 2022. The Bloodline's not going to be happy this Friday.
Oh hell no.
It's going to be hell to pay for the Bloodline.
Oh yeah.
More so, Sami planting those seeds, planting those seeds. Especially since he ate that pin, planting those seeds.
But how'd you feel about this episode of SmackDown today?
It was good. It was productive. It was way better than I can't say that. I can't say it was better than AEW Dynamite. I can't say that. I can't say that. Can't say that. No, because there's actually organization and production in the show in terms of progress. You know what I'm saying? It's not one or two good segments
People
followed
with
by
actual roles.
yeah, and people actually know what they're doing and what's expected of them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and then this is not a shock because I'm a fan of a few of the guys who are in AEW. It's just I'm not a fan of the booking of a lot of these guys. Because like the best segment in AEW was Joe versus Wardlow
Yeah.
by a mile, by 20 miles. And it's not because of Tony Khan, it's because of Samoa Joe. The fact that he's a veteran of the game and he knows how to present himself. I'm getting goosebumps talking about Samoa Joe, who should have won a world title in WWE, by the way. It's a
Yes.
shame that he didn't win the world title. Like, it's a shame. He just one world title. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like Joe knows how to present himself on TV, and Wardlow's gonna come out for the better of it. Even though he lost his ponytail and got choked out, like he's gonna be a presentable monster and a presentable force to face MJF for the world title down the road. But going back to WWE, right? Yeah, man, from start to finish, they knew what they were doing in terms of crescendo, in terms of ebb and flow, in terms of presenting people. You had your surprise entrance. Like Triple H knows how to present a product, having learned from presenting NXT. Now with a bigger budget and with the same people, he knows how to present them because he knows their characters. And once you know a character, you know how to flesh it out. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
23 is
Um,
gonna be tripped here.
hell yeah. 2023. The honeymoon is over for Triple H, by the way. Honeymoon's over. Just like we said, the honeymoon's over for AEW last year after that whole fiasco with the CM Punk all out scrum and all that stuff. The
Yeah.
honeymoon's
Now
over. Honeymoon's over.
it's over. Get back to work, trips.
Yeah, honeymoon's over. But I think he'll rise to the occasion because when you surround a good mind, a good wrestling mind with great wrestling minds and great business acumen, there's only one way but up. You know what I mean? And plus, William Regal is back. Hey,
There you go. The man, the myth, the legend.
when African Enemy came out, hey, William Regal is back. Listen, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be great for business. AEW lost one of the greatest minds of all time and did not know how to use him. That's bad.
Listen, so I was watching a podcast today, right? Angie Martinez in real life with Taraji P. Henson. And she
Okay.
went that it's okay to have an ego, right? But you have the battle starts when you have to check your ego every day,
Mm,
not
bars,
let it take over.
bars.
Um,
From a legend too. Bars.
Tony Khan needs to check his ego.
Who's gonna check him? He's writing a check. Who's checking him?
He has to check himself, and if that's only gonna happen, like remember, we said things will change when Vince is not in the picture no more, right?
Yeah.
Things need to change when Tony Khan falls on his face.
But if he falls on his face, who's gonna pick the company up? Who's gonna write the checks? Who's gonna help with that $150 million guarantee that they got from TNT from Turner? You know what I'm saying? Like they made a $50 million profit off the $100 million budget, but he went and bought Ring of Honor and is trying to resurrect Ring of Honor instead of focusing on his product. There's no reason Jay Lethal should be a lackey for Jeff Jarrett. There's no reason guys like what's his name, Dalton Castle can't be entertaining on your TV. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Why not try to raid talent from MLW? And I respect what they're doing, but that brother Jacob Fatu is languishing in MLW right now.
yeah.
Imagine him on cable TV.
The crowd will go wild.
The Samoan Wolf needs to be on cable TV. Imagine him being presented as a monster and destroying. Let's say, let's say for let's just say for purposes, right? What's his name? Brian Danielson wins the world title from MJF, right?
Hmm.
This monster comes from out of nowhere and destroys Brian Danielson and takes the championship from him
Oh no.
and goes on a dominant run because he can move in that ring. And you need someone who the crowd can resonate behind to rise up and take the title off of him. That's just free booking there. Free booking, free from a fan.
Manifested, manifested,
I'm,
manifested.
I'm saying, like, if we're keeping it real, like, there's so much potential at AEW, but it can only be potential for so long before you need to see results. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna have Adam Page versus John Moxley in the near future. You're gonna have Brian Danielson versus MJF. Brian Danielson should have been the world champion last year. He should have took the title off of Kenny Omega.
But he
Adam
did.
Page, Adam Page did not need the championship. I'm sorry, no
That was
disrespect to Adam Page. He could have went for the TNT championship. And imagine this, like imagine a feud between Adam Page and whomever for the TNT championship, and he could help solidify that mid card title before elevating to the world title. That's just me. That's just me.
I think you need to start writing.
Yeah, right. Because and this is me. Like I understand the difference between WWE and AEW and their core audiences because I'm a fan of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of good wrestling. I'm a fan of good characters, sinking your teeth into it. Like this feud between Samoa Joe and Darby Allin is going to be good,
It's gonna be good.
very good, because people buy into Darby, and Darby knows how to present himself because he's working with legends. He's working with Sting. He's working with Samoa Joe. Guys who know each other and they're familiar with each other, I should say, because they
Yeah.
work with each other in TNA and in WWE, so they know each other. You know what I'm talking about? Like they know how to present themselves on TV. You have Jeff Jarrett, who, for a lack of a better term, he's a good wrestling mind. He's a good wrestling mind. He can cut a good promo. I will never take that away from him. And he served his purpose in the business. But there's only so much you can do,
Yeah.
you know? You know what I mean? The women's division is in shambles right now. Because the one who should be the world champion is not the world champion. I'm talking about Jade Cargill. Because the way you presented her, you presented to be unstoppable. She should be the women's champion, the women's world champion. But you went with Jamie Hayter. Okay, fine. No disrespect to Jamie Hayter. I like her as a talent. What's her character? What's her character? And I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying the crowd is behind her.
I
That's
don't think they
awesome.
should have taken it off Tony Storm. That's my personal opinion.
Can I give you can I give you another one?
Sure.
They should have never taken it off of Britt Baker until they established Tony Storm as the de facto babyface in AEW in the women's division. Because Thunder Rosa didn't get a fair shot because
Not
of
at
the way
all.
because of the way they were booking Jade Cargill. And that's not a knock against Jade. It's just that you create a secondary women's championship, which you didn't need to do.
I need to connect you with the Banter Club because they're the ones that really talk about AEW because we normally just talk about SmackDown on this one.
I'm sorry. Listen. I'm a
Kevin,
wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling fan.
Kevin, Kevin. Himsley doesn't have Instagram, but I can link y'all to record because he'll talk about AEW for as much as y'all want.
Oh man, no, but going back to WWE, 2023 is going to be an exciting year. I'm excited to see what the WrestleMania card looks like. I have a certain inkling that the son of a plumber is coming back real soon,
Okay.
and he might be the winner of this Rumble. I'm kind of hoping for it, especially since Triple H is a fan of long-term storytelling. It don't get no bigger than this. It don't get no bigger than this.
Of course.
Uh, Um, and there's only one way it gets bigger than that, and that's if a certain superhero comes back. We'll leave that at that.
It was an amazing SmackDown. It was the perfect way to end 2022 going into 2023. We have yet to see what spoilers will be left for us in the upcoming days. Himsley, if you don't have social media, where the fuck can they find you?
Oh, me? Just perusing these streets, trying to save lives, I'm keeping it real humble. You know what I mean? Um,
The next time, drive mom home when she's supposed to.
listen, I tried my hardest. She said, no, I'm not trying to get dusted by your mom. All right?
You and her gonna get dusted, but that's besides the point.
Uh,
You can find us on Instagram and possibly catch Himsley here again at Ramblemania Show. Find us on Twitter at Ramblemania, Facebook.com/Ramblemania Show, as well as our group Ramblemania Show's Banter Club, where we and the wrestlers and podcasters that we associate with post all of our going on. For audio, we are everywhere audio is found: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Anchor. Everywhere audio is found, search Ramble Mania Show or Banter Club. For video, we are on Spotify Video, Twitch TV, Ramble Mania Show, and search Ramble Mania Show on YouTube. And once you're there, like the videos, click subscribe, and click on the bell so all the new content goes to you.
I'm so
Uh,
proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're
I'm
doing your
getting,
thing.
I'm getting it. As for myself, you and Rawzone, you can follow us everywhere, www.rawzonenyc.com. Search for us on all your podcasting platforms, iHeartMedia, Amazon Music. Hi, Jesus Christ, I'm losing my breath. Spotify, Apple, all of them good stuff. You can find us on YouTube, search Raw Zone NYC. And of course, you can catch us at our home of Booster 82.3 FM and Elgin Sound Radio. Uh, and as for myself, you can find me at imivy.xo underscore. And if you can't find me there, then I don't know what to tell you. Um, for myself and the Mad Hatter, Mr. H Folk, we bid you a good night and a
Shout out
toot.
to my souls. Enjoy your soup, Jumo. Sakba said to run. Yes, sir.
Happy Haitian Independence Day.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year. Happy something. Just live and all that good stuff.
Happy
Adios.
2023. Who's this?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, ah, ah.